Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, children. We'll wait for 1-2 minutes more and then we'll start. Our topic is same, arithmetic progression. We are in the last leg of the chapter where we'll be solving few questions, word problems based on some of the terms of the series. After that, the chapter will be over, and then next chapter most probably I'm going to start with GP, that is geometric progression. Athar, I'm seeing you after a long time.
Yes, I know. I wasn't there for most of the classes as well.
So we have covered almost, I mean, this is the 6th topic. So tomorrow most probably, or whenever is the next scheduled class, I'm going to start with a new topic. Okay?
Ma'am,
Yes?
is geometric progression similar to arithmetic progression?
It is very small. Yes, it is. It also has 2 formulas, 2 or 3 formulas, just like a particular term, and then sum of the series. So it is also easy and very small topic. That is why I've taken it. So it will not take much of time. Smaller than AP. Okay, we'll start the class now. There's 11 of them are there. Okay, let's wait for 1 more minute. I hope you all are practicing your these exercise questions, right? Because you will be, you know that you'll be facing one assessment, and where I have given, I mean, included all questions, all kinds of questions from all these 5 chapters which I have told you. How many chapters have I told you? Dhruv, can you name?
Ma'am, you have told us like 5 or 6 chapters. We have done property, then we have done this banking, GST, not GST, banking.
GST we have not done. Commercial math,
Inequality, then
banking is done.
Alright.
So whatever is covered before AP, what all chapters we have covered, everything is coming. You all are aware, right? I had announced this.
Have 5 chapters.
5 chapters, right? AP I'm not including. So before AP, whatever we had done, everything is coming. Okay, let's start now.
How much time will we have for the assessment?
How
much time will we have for the assessment?
Let's see. I mean, most of them, most of the subjects you are getting, I think 30 minutes or something. I'm not very sure. Let me just find out, and then only I'll get back to you on this. You will come to know what is the duration, how many questions you're facing, everything you'll come to know how to go about it, because this is the first time you'll be giving online assessment. So everything will come to you in detail. So let me just get everything, and then only I want to give you some confirmed information. Okay, so but I'm just telling you the chapters which I have included, so that is more or less fixed. So I'll just share the screen. Can you see this question displayed? Find the sum of all 2-digit natural numbers divisible by 5. Can you see this, children? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, so let's do this. Find the sum of all 2 digits natural numbers divisible by 5. So I want you all to do it now. First thing is write the first term, and then write common difference, and then start. Shravani, can you tell me what is the first term?
First term is 10.
Ma'am, 10.
First term is 10 because it has to be a natural number and it has to be at the same time divisible by 5. So first 2-digit number which is divisible by 5 is 10. What will be the common difference? It's a table of 5. So common difference will be 5 only. You can write the series like this. Series is 10, 15, 20, dot, dot, dot. And what would be the last 2-digit number, which is
95.
very good, excellent. So 95. So this is like this. So you know first term, you know common difference, which is, how did you get it? A2 minus A1, which is equal to 15 minus 10, right?
Ma'am, it's 945.
And yeah,
It's 945.
okay. Last term is 95. So first thing is that you have to find out number of terms which is unknown to you, because you need this in the sum formula. So first we will write this a plus n minus 1 into d and get the value of n. This is 10 plus n minus 1 into 5. Solve this and get me the value of n, please. Quickly. Let me ask. Kanchan, tell me the value of n. Yes, Kanchan, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me the value of n. It should not take so long. You have to be little fast, children. Otherwise, time.
N is equals to 18 and the sum is 945.
Okay, n is equal to 18. I'm not solving this, children. Now I want you all to solve this. And then you will apply the sum formula, which is.
It was supposed to begin at 11:45, no?
What are you saying?
And the class will begin at 11:45, no?
No, I will end it by 11:15. I mean, I'll end it by 11:15 or 11:20. I started at 11:35. So I will end by 15 minutes, I mean 15 minutes before. So it started at 11:35, so it will go until 11:20. Sorry, 12:20. Okay, n by 2 a plus l, you can use this formula and then get the answer, which is a is 10 and last term is 95. So this is how.
Ma'am, which question is this?
Yeah,
Which question is this?
this is the first question. Just remind me, children, 11:15 I will try to wind up the class. Not 11:15, 11:20, 11:35 I started.
Ma'am, the time now is 11:41.
It's okay, I started at 11:35, no? So I started 5 minutes late. Because most of you were not there only. There's no point starting at 11:30. Finish.
Ma'am, can you explain it from the start?
Can I explain it from the start? Find the sum of 2-digit natural number which are divisible by 5. What is the first natural number which is divisible by 5, which is a double digit?
10.
What is the last number?
95.
Sorry.
What are the other members? I have written the series over here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
After that, you will just write last term. You will write first term. which is A, and you will write the common difference, which obviously will be 5, isn't it?
5.
Because it has to be divisible by 5. So all numbers
Yes.
will have a gapping of 5. So
Oh, ma'am,
apply the
understood.
formula of last term, get the value of n, and then you apply sum formula. It's very
Yes, ma'am.
simple and straight.
Yes, ma'am, understood.
Ma'am, the sum is 945.
Aditya, what answer did you get?
945.
945, okay.
Yes, ma'am, 945.
Okay. So do I move on to
Yes,
the
ma'am.
next one, children?
Ma'am, just a second.
Yeah. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's move on to the next one. So your next one is this one. Now these are the word problems, children. A sum of rupees 2,800 is to be used to award 4 prizes. If each prize after the first is rupees 1,000 less than the preceding prize, that means you know that this amount, total amount, you have to distribute to four winners basically. So it will be first prize, second prize, third prize, and fourth prize. So obviously first prize is going to have more money as compared to the subsequent prizes, because after the first prize, every subsequent prize is 200 rupees less than the preceding one. We have to find out the value of each of these prizes. So what will be your first term?
Ma'am, X.
Okay. So let me just write
And then
down.
X minus 200, X minus 400, X minus 600.
Okay, let first term be X, or you can even make it A. So I'm going to
Yes,
take
ma'am.
X rupees. It's okay. And then that is first term, A1. What is your A2?
Ma'am, I think we should not take it like this. We should take A, like A plus 3D, A
Ma'am, our D will be
minus D.
No, ma'am, this is okay.
Hmm?
I'm going to do like this only, X minus 200 and then X minus 400.
Yes, ma'am. That's the correct way.
just to A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D.
Yeah,
That way.
complicated.
A plus 3D, A plus D, A minus D, A minus
You want to take it
No,
that
it's
way
not the
where we
center
select
one.
the 4 terms?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am, no, ma'am.
Dhruv, it's not the center term. It's keep.
It's not the center term, but like we have 4 terms. So for 4, we have to do it like that only. Then we get
A
4A
minus
equals to
D,
2800. Therefore, A is
A
equals
plus
to
D, A plus 2D, and A minus 2D, right? So this is
3D.
how you,
Ma'am, it should be 3D because A minus D and A plus D has difference of 2D, while
sorry, yes.
A plus D and
Then how will you proceed?
so now they have given that the sum is 2800. So when we add all of the 4 terms, we will get 2800. Then, but since 3D will get cut, D and D will get cut, so we will find the value of A. And then
Okay.
the difference between 2 like is 2D, and they have given that the difference between 2 is 200. So then therefore D is equals to 100, and then we can calculate it.
Okay. So without, basically you are not using the sum formula. You are just simply selecting the term. So 3D and minus 3D will cancel, D and D will cancel. So 4A is equal to 2800. So A is equal to 2800 by 4, which is 700, isn't it? And then since your first price is, value of A is 700. So I'll just, so
Ma'am,
let,
excuse me. Ma'am, Rishabh has gotten disconnected. He messaged me to tell you to let him in.
okay, so he needs, I mean, I've admitted he's got, again, Rishabh is now connected now. Okay, so this is the value of A. Now we know that differences in the prices are 200 rupees. So if first price is 700 What will be your next price?
Ma'am, like 700 is not the price because the 4 terms we are minus D and that way. So now we have found A, then we have to since the difference between two terms, A plus D and A plus 3D is 200. D is equals to that D is equals to 100, and then we have to solve it. So we get A 800, A minus D 600, A minus 3D is 400, and A plus 3D is
A
1000.
is 1000, not 700.
No, you are taking the sum formula. This we get A as 700, but the terms we had taken was A minus 3D now. So we have to minus.
No, you use the x. A is equal to x. A2 is equal to x minus 200 because it keeps on decreasing. What you did is you put the A in the middle.
Yeah,
And then you
so
put
I
term
found
before and
A.
after it.
No, like I found A, but we have found that, ma'am, D is not
It's a
200
textbook
for
question.
this. For this question, D is not 200, ma'am.
Then
It's like we have to find.
this is what you are saying, or what are you, I mean, what are you saying?
Ma'am, I'm saying that the two terms, A plus D,
Ah.
are the two terms, like the first term and the second term. So the first term minus second term is equals to 200. So that, like, we have to solve it. So then we get D is equals to 2D is equals to 200. Then D is equals to 100. And then we get A plus D 800, A minus D 600, A minus 3D 400, A plus 3D 1000.
Okay, so that is quite, for others it is quite this thing confusing. So we will go the simple way, where you will be using some formula, because that is more simpler to
Ma'am,
understand.
formula is
You
not
have
needed.
understood, no? Akshat, you are only telling me this method, no?
I'm Dhruv.
Who is this? Dhruv. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So Dhruv, you go ahead with this, but for others, I would prefer this. Yes, Aditi, you were telling me something. You
Ma'am,
were using some formula, right?
No, some formula is not means like you add like A plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 is equal to 2800 because the sum of all four awards is 2800.
So
And
what I
then-
will take, what I am saying is, let first prize be A. Second
is-
prize will be 200 less, which is A minus 200, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Third prize will be A minus 200, and again minus 200, which is A minus 400. And fourth prize is A minus 600. These are my four prizes, right? Now I know the value of n. Number of prizes are 4. First term is A, last is A minus 600, and sum is 2800. So I'm going to apply the formula. S is equal to n by 2. We can write A plus L. So it is 2800. 4 upon 2. A is A only, and last term is A minus 600, children. All of you go do it this way, because that I think will be slightly confusing. Okay, then I'll just rub this part. I hope you all have written first prize, second prize, right? All of you. So we will just calculate the value of A. That is my first prize. So from here, I will write 2800 is equal to 2 and A plus A minus 600, which is, I'm going to transpose 2 to the other side, which is equal to 2A minus 600. Now here it is 1400. So 1400 plus 600 is equal to 2A, which is equal to 2000 is equal to 2A. So your first prize is A is equal to 1000 rupees. So second prize will be, what will be your second prize? 200 rupees less. So
800.
800. Then third prize is 600, and then fourth prize is 400. You have to just get the value of first prize, and subsequent prizes you will get it, I mean, after subtracting 200 from the preceding prize. So I think this is better way and more clear way. So please go ahead with that. Dhruv, you can go ahead with what you did. I don't mind. You need to do a little bit of explanation in that. Are you getting Dhruv? Dhruv, are you there? Okay. So have you all understood? Athar, have you understood this one? Melissa, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's move on to the next question. Children, let's try to solve these problems in less confusing way. So better way, although whatever Dhruv was saying was correct, but I feel that this is more understandable to everybody. So I would prefer this way. Otherwise, you can go ahead with that way also. That is also not issue or not an issue. But you need to explain here. Everything is self-explanatory. You have to just write one statement. Let first prize be A. Therefore, second prize is this. Third prize is this, and so on. So, do I move on to the next one, children? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is the next question. Find the sum of all odd integers between 2 and 100 which are also divisible by 3. Very important, which are divisible by 3 is very important. Now tell me what will be your, Siddhant, tell me what will be your first term in this.
3.
Are you Siddhant?
Yes.
I'm 3.
Siddhant, so no, I asked Siddhant, what is your first term, Siddhant?
Ma'am, 3.
3. Okay. What will be your last term?
Ma'am, 1 minute, I'm telling.
Yeah.
99.
Are let
Are
Siddhant answer.
रुकेगा क्या तू?
Let that is why I'm taking out the names, children. Let all children be participative. So what is the last term?
99. You already said.
Okay, 99. Now only Siddhant will answer. What is the common difference?
3.
Is it? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, I think it is not. Now let me ask somebody else. Just give me a minute, huh? I'll just see your faces. Mariam, can you tell me what is the common difference?
Ma'am, 96.
No, I'm what is the common difference?
Ma'am, 96.
Common difference is 96. Why?
Ma'am, 6.
I'm 6.
Yes, ma'am.
Common difference will be 6.
Yes, ma'am. That is the last term.
I'm 6.
It will be 6, children. Siddhant, it will not be 3. Your table of 3 goes like this. 3, 6, 9. All numbers which are between 2 and 100 and which are also divisible by 3 are these. But he wants only odd ones. So all even ones you will just strike off. And after every odd there will be even. So all even ones are striked off. So then your series becomes, leftover series becomes, that means there are 3 things. First thing, the numbers have to be between 2 and 100. Second thing, they have to be divisible by 3. And third thing, they have to be only odd numbers. No even number should be there. So this is your series. So, and it will go up to 99. So common difference will be 9 minus 3, which is 6. Now you know the last term, you know first term, you know common difference. Quickly, we are going to find out the number of terms. Please get me number of terms. Rishabh, please tell me how many terms are there?
Ma'am, 7.
7. Who said
17. 17.
Who said this?
Ma'am, 6.
Why, Sid? When I asked Rishabh, why did you answer? Please wait for your turn. Don't answer in between. So let's calculate. I'll just rub the first line, children. Okay, so 99 minus 3. I will transpose this 3. I will not open the bracket, children, and this into 6. So this becomes 96 is equal to n minus 1 into 6. Again, I will transpose this 6 on the other side. So it will go and sit in the denominator. So your expression will become 96 upon 6 is equal to n minus 1. 6 ones are 6, 6 6 are 36. So finally, you will get n is equal to 17. N is equal to 16 plus 1, which is equal to 17. Now it is very straight and simple, children. You have to simply apply the formula of sum. Now you know everything. S is equal to n by 2, a plus L also you can apply. Wherever, you have got the last term, it is always better to apply the short formula. Your A was 3 and your L was 99, which is 17 by 2 into 102. Cut it, multiply 17 and 51, you will get the answer. So many videos I can see they are switched off, children. You
Ma'am?
know that you're not supposed to switch off.
867 is the sum.
Please switch on. Very few children have got their videos on. I need to see all of you doing with
Ma'am, I'm eating. I'm eating.
who is eating. Then
I'm
rest of
almost done. I'm almost done. I'll switch it on.
okay. Let's move on to the next one, children, because I need to see you all and I need to see that you all are doing it. So that is why we tell you to. Otherwise, I feel like that I'm teaching to. I need to see you all, basically. Let's move on to the next one, children. Yes? Okay. This is your next question. How many terms of the AP 7, 11, 15, 19 must be taken to get the sum 250? So they have already given you the value of S, A, D you can find out, and please proceed. Very easy. Now tell me, out of the two formulae of the sum, which are you going to apply? Which one? Narayan, can you answer? I have given you two sum formulae. One is slightly small, another one is a big one. So which one you are going to apply?
Ma'am, big one.
Okay, let's apply. S is given as 250. A is my first term, 7. D I will find out. 11 minus 7, which is 4. So now I'm going to simply apply the formula to get the value of, basically how many terms means They're asking you n. N is equal to question mark. N minus 1 into D. Put the values of everything. 250 is equal to n by 2 and 2 into 7 plus n I don't know, so let it be n, and D is 4. I will cross multiply this 2 with 250, so I will get 500. 500 is equal to n. I'm going to simplify the bracket, plus 4n minus 4. Again, I will further simplify it. 500 is equal to n. 14 minus 4 is 10 plus 4n. Now what you can do is, here only you can just further take out. Now you see inside bracket there both the terms are multiples of 2. So I'm going to take 2 common. So it will become like this. 500 is equal to, I will take 2 common from both of them. So I will get 5 plus 2n, isn't it? And this 2, what I will do is, this 2 I'm going to transpose over here. So what will happen? 500 upon 2 is equal to n, 5 plus 2n. And then you can even simplify it further. So you get 250, and now you open the bracket of the right side. So you get 5n plus 2n square. Now you see you've got a quadratic equation in n. Please solve it and get me the answer. Do I rub the first part, children, so that I have space? Do I rub it? Green part, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
25 and 20.
Ma'am, 5.
Ma'am, 10
What are the split parts of 5n? First tell me that.
25 and 20.
25 and 20. Tell me the signs also, children.
What?
The sign.
Ma'am, 2n square plus 25n minus 20n.
Okay, let me finally write the equation. It is like this. You will transpose 250 to this side, so it will become minus, and remaining 2 terms will still be plus only. So now tell me.
Plus 25n
Plus
minus 20n.
25n minus 20n. Very good. Excellent. Is equal to 0. After that, what I will do? I will take, what will I take common?
n.
N from first 2 terms. So n I'm going to take common, and it is 2n plus 25. And what will I take common from the next 2 terms?
10.
10. So 2n plus 25. Remember, your bracket has to be exactly same. Now you know the procedure. You have to take bracket common, and left over you will write in another bracket. So I'll use a different this thing. So 2n plus 25 you will take common. Left over is n minus 10 equal to 0. So n will have, after applying 0 product rule, no, somebody has to answer. Yash, tell me 2 values of n. Yes, Yash?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me the 2 values. At this stage, what are we going to apply? Which rule we are going to apply? Plus, are you not practicing? Okay, Trishni, you tell me.
Ma'am, first value of n is 25 by 2 minus 25 by 2 and the other one is plus 10.
Very good. So which value are we going to take?
n.
Very good. So n is equal to 10. That means addition of 10 terms of this series will give you sum of 250. So this is your final answer. Please note it down quickly.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I didn't understand the sum.
Who is this, beta?
Ma'am, Saili.
What have you not understood?
The one in the box.
The last part answer.
Ma'am, no, the blue part. Ma'am, 500 is equal to 2n into 5 plus 2n.
Okay. This one.
Yes.
See, what I have done is I have this till here. Were you able to understand 500 is equal to 2n within bracket 5 plus 2n? But the
Yes.
terms inside were even, so I had taken 2 common. After that, if you see the right side, there is no plus and minus sign in open. There is a plus sign, but it is inside bracket. This one, right? So this complete right side is one term. So what I have done is I have transposed this 2 to the left side. So it became 500 by 2. And what is left over here? Only n and within bracket 5 plus 2n. Isn't it? Because 2 you have already shifted from right to left. And after that, I've just cut it by using table of 2. So it became 250. And right side I opened the bracket, so n into 5 is 5n and n into 2n is plus 2n square. So it became, this part is nothing but it's a quadratic equation.
Yes.
Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So do we yes, Simar. Simar, you raised your hand.
Ma'am.
Simar, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Let's move forward to the next one. So this is your next question. How many terms of the series must be added to get the sum 72? Please do it on your own and you will get something which is different from the previous one. Let's see who will be able to.
What is explain the double answer?
That I will tell you once you get the answer. So first you calculate and get the answer. It is very, very similar to the previous question. But at the end, you will get something where you need to do little bit of explanation.
Ma'am, can you go to the?
Go to.
No, ma'am. No.
और आगे आना पड़ेगा।
Switch off your audios, children.
Ma'am, it is 12 and 6.
12 and 6. Okay, let's see. Let's see.
Double answer because the number is going down, so it will have negative numbers as well.
Okay, very good, very good. So let me just start it. And so children, what is your first term over here?
17.
First term is 17. Okay, Ayush, tell me the common difference. Ayush, are you there? Ayush? Ali, you tell me the common difference. Ali?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, tell me the common difference.
Ma'am, 2.
Is it? Is it 2?
Minus
Minus 2.
It is -2, second term minus first term. So you see your common difference is a -1. And why it is negative? Piyush, can you answer why the common difference is negative? Yes, Piyush.
Ma'am, because 17 is negative.
17 is no second. 17 in the series is not negative. Why the common difference is negative? If you see the series, all numbers are positive. Yes, Mariam, can you answer?
Ma'am, because the numbers are decreasing. It's like 17, 15,
Very good. Excellent. Because if you see the series, the numbers are going down. That means descending. The first number is the biggest number, and after that, subsequent numbers are decreasing. So it's a descending series. So there will be a stage when you will reach negative numbers also, isn't it? So that is why the common difference is negative, because we always pick up one term and we subtract the preceding term from the succeeding one. So if your preceding term is a bigger term, obviously your common difference is going to be a negative one, isn't it? Because my series is only decreasing or descending series. Okay, now sum is 72. So I have to find out n is equal to question mark. So I will simply just apply the formula which I applied in the previous question. Again, I will get a quadratic equation only, children. So please pay attention how to solve it. So n by 2, 2 into, you will just put the value 17. N is still unknown to you and d is -2 over here. Now what you will do is, you will multiply 72 with 2, cross multiply, and you will get 144, and outside is n, and this is 17 to the 34, and -2 will get multiplied with both the terms. So with minus you will multiply, so you will get -2n and +2. Now if you see, children, please pay attention. Again, I'm going to simplify it over here only. I see that all three terms are multiple of 2. So I will take out 2 common. So outside it will be, n was already there. 2 you have just squeezed out from all the three terms. So left over is 17 minus n plus 1. And simplify the 17 plus 1, make it 18. And this 2 you transpose to the other side. 18 minus n. So this is 70 2 after cancelling. Now you just make it, I'm just rubbing the first 2 lines, children. Okay, so now what I will do, 72 is equal to 18n minus n square. I will transpose these two to the left side because I want my leading term n square to be positive. So n square minus 18n plus 72 is my final answer, equation, sorry. And then you will simply split the middle term 8 minus 18n in such a manner that you get minus 18 on addition, and on multiplication you get plus 72n square. So what should be the split?
Ma'am, 12 and 6.
Tell me with signs, beta.
Minus 12 minus 6.
Very
Minus
good.
12
Minus, don't forget the signs are very important, because the way we speak, the same thing we write also. So n minus 12 and minus 6 you will take common, n minus 12. So finally now you will see a magic which is like, now I will get n minus 12 and in the second bracket n minus 6 is equal to 0. So that means I am getting both positive values of n, 12 and 6. But tell me, how is it possible?
It is descending, so there will be negative numbers.
Yes, that means in a way I am telling that sum of 6 terms is equal to sum of 12 terms. Indirectly I'm saying that because I've got both positive values of n, and it can only happen, children, when your series is a descending series. Do I rub this box part, children?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Do I rub
ma'am.
this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that means sum of 6 terms is equal to sum of 12 terms. It will only happen when your series is a negative, descending series. What will happen is after 6 terms, from the 7th term till the 12th term, all terms, when you add up, the answer will be 0. Why? Because the series is a descending series, so there will be some numbers which will be positive and some numbers will be negative. So right from the 7th term, if you add up these terms, now whatever terms are there, that we don't know, but there will be some terms. These are terms. Addition of all these terms will be equal to 0, and that is how sum of 6 terms, whatever is the sum, will be equal to sum of 12 terms. Because after A6, when you add up only this chunk of numbers, right from A7 to A12, they will actually cancel out each other. So maybe there are 3 positive and after that 3 negative numbers. So let's say if there is plus 2, there will be minus 2 somewhere here in these 3 places. So plus 2 and minus 2 will cancel. So that way it will happen. So addition of these terms will be equal to 0. So it will have no impact, and that is how sum of 6 terms is equal to sum of 12 terms, and this you need to explain. You need to say that right from A7 to A12, the addition of these terms will be equal to 0.
How can we say that it is 0? We don't have the terms, no?
You don't have the terms, but you need to explain the double answer. You are getting 2 answers. Both of them are positive and both of them are whole numbers. So we need to explain. They don't want you to find out the terms. That way you will have to find out so many terms. You don't have to show that. You have to just tell why, how is this possible that sum of 6 terms is equal to sum of 12 terms. So answer is that The terms which are from A7 to A12, those terms, when you will add, you will get a 0 answer. So anything, any number added with 0, you get the same number. So till here, whatever was the sum from A1 to A6, whatever sum was there, okay, that means 72 was there. And after this addition, for the remaining terms, you are getting 0 answer as addition. So still your sum is 72 only. Are you getting all of you? Now this question, this kind of question is there in the exercise also, unsolved one. So please do it. And if you are not able to understand, we will take this again. Understood, all of you? Now I'll wind up the class, children. Okay, and we will meet in the next class. And next class I'm going to start with geometric progression. So thank you so much, children, and please keep doing your exercise, okay, and keep clearing your doubts. So we'll stop over here. Have a nice day.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sure.
Thank you, ma'am.